Hey, 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 hey. Let me get it. Yo, I come in the door. Get on the floor, bitch. And you know what it is. You know what it is. Hey, hey, hey. No, I'm just fucking with y'all. I don't know how to flow. I don't be rapping. Hey, this is the No I Don't Know podcast. We are fuck it. We just gonna keep going through. Shit was fucked up last time. Yay. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting my boogie on. Let me turn some of this shit, clown ass shit down. What is up? What is up? What is up? What is up, people? Man. This is another day, another 10 cents. If you black, you know, if you're not black, then it's probably $1.50. But I digress. We ain't gonna go into that real quick. What is going on? What is going on, man? It's Sunday. You know I gotta say my father. Did Jesus come back? Jesus said it. Jesus said it. Do you believe it? Type shit. I know all you niggas was at church, paying your tithes and, you know, putting shit into the offering pan, thinking that you gonna get into heaven and somebody gonna come get you when you die. For all y'all that think that, I would suggest you go read the Ancient Egyptian Book of the Dead. That's all I can say. Egyptian Thoughts and Modern Beliefs. You can go read that book. Go listen to John Henry Clark. Go listen to Ashra Kwesi. You know, if that's your core belief system. I do believe in the power of prayer. I got a book called The Powers of Your Subconscious Mind, Thoughts of Things. Check those books out, man. They're pretty good books. You know, you just don't want to rest your head on just religion alone. You know, especially when you got books like The Fall of America by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You got a Compensatory Counter-Racist Code by Neely Fuller Jr. I always talk about that book. I got a lot of things highlighted in, especially in the labor. The economics is good, but let me find labor. I got law. See, but labor, oh man, he got some cold shit when it comes to that. My bad, I got speaking to the mic. See, I got shit highlighted. That's kind of like my Bible. That's what I go to sometimes when you had those little clown ass problems on the corporate plantation. You got to go back to that book. Or what you can do, you can just listen to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You read his books, or you can listen to the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He's got a lot of good food for thoughts, you know, how you navigate and, you know, through this life, our so-called life. Anyway, hey, man, I did that podcast on Thursday. I was a little disappointed, man. The internet be tripping, but it wasn't my internet like I thought. Clown ass YouTube always got some. That was giving you some type of excuse about, oh no, it's your operating system, clown. That ain't it. It does it every so often, but it's all good. I digress. We gonna move forward, man. I want to talk about today. Never trust a system that you don't control. This is to my melanated people. Man, I watched a couple of documentaries this past weekend. Hey, man, I watched this documentary. Hey, shout out to Nuke too. Wait till I tell Nuke about this shit. Man, I watched this cold ass documentary called The Meth Storm. Oh my God. Man, it's about these white people in Arkansas. Oh my God. This whole family was on meth. Very good documentary. It just gives you a different glimpse. See, they're not going to put that on TV, but they going to frame the picture that it's just niggas that's addicted to all these drugs. You know what's so ironic? They made these drugs so it could destroy melanated people, but it's destroying Caucasians. You genetically annihilate your own people. I love it. And one of the dudes, he worked in the DEA. He's a Caucasian brother, and he damn near was in tears because these are people that he grew up with, and he watching be all addicted to drugs. They selling them and using them. So, man, very good documentary. Then, I watched this documentary about like money. The dude from Harold and Kumar, he kind of did this documentary. And shout out to the chat, Shawnee Brown. If you do listen to it, when you get the chance to listen to it, remember what we was talking about Delaware? In this documentary on Amazon, the dude from Harold and Kumar, I think the Indian dude, he basically was trying to launder money. So he went all the way to the another country. I forgot what the name of the country was. And they had up all these rules and shit, and he couldn't do it. And he was like, well, dude, I need to launder my money, and I need to come up with an LLC. So he went to go talk to this one dude that was known in the on the Wall Street industry of just doing some grimy shit. And basically, he put him on to Delaware. Now, you can listen to some podcasts that we had a long time ago, probably about a month or two ago, about Delaware. And basically, Delaware's laws are constructed where you can do a lot of fuckery and come up with LLCs and do all kinds of fucked up shit. That documentary was pretty good. Now, these are documentaries all based about the system. That's why I said don't trust the system that you don't control. Then it brings me to the Sandra Bland documentary. Very, very good documentary. Which brings me to my point today. Never trust the system that you don't control. And the reason why I say that is I'm going to bring it full circle with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and how they took, like, we can't be praising how they take down the white supremacist pages and stuff like that. First of all, you need that. You want to see what they feel and how they think about you. Like, I'm not with, oh, they need to take their page down and, oh, we need to do, no. I want to see what they got to say. As Dr. Frances Cress Welsing teaches us, here's the book right here. We want to know what white people are saying when we're not in the room. That's why you got to get white fragility and get these books and check them out and read them. And the reason why I say that is because when they do that, that's going to justify them fucking with us. Of course. You know, they took away the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan's Facebook page. I know they took down Brother X's, he's from the Nation of Islam. I think he's FOI. They took down his page. He had a page on YouTube. He had like 500,000 subscribers. They said he was speaking hate, so they took his shit down. Let's see. They took down Alex Jones. Okay, that's fine. So I talked about that Thursday, even though the shit was all fucked up. The internet was fucked up, but I'll just go glimpse over it a second. Of course they're going to fuck with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. He's telling you about these Ashkenazi, Khazarian Jews who run the banking industry, who fuck over black people daily. And if you have the book, The Secret Relationship Between Jews and Blacks, I don't know where that book is. I think I'll put it up. I read that book. Very, very good book. And if you read that book, it just talks about how they benefited from slavery. I watched another documentary about the untold truth, or I forgot what it was called. It's about this dude who, I guess he was a descendant of the family from Jamestown, and how they were kind of the forefathers of getting the slavery trade going and perpetuating it and all this other shit. Some people believe in the slave trade, some people don't. I personally think we were already here. They came over here and they colonized this country, and then they segregated some of the so-called Indians that didn't look of African descent or look Moorish, and called them the red people, and made, you know, kind of like segregated them, like, oh no, you guys are special. We're gonna give you guys land. And if you look at the not the Declaration of Independence, I think it's the Constitution. One of them, it says that Caucasians are trustees of the land of the so-called United States of America. They're trustees, so they don't own this land. We just gotta rightfully take it back. You gotta reclaim your status. It's a whole bunch of shit, legality terms and shit that they have. Just wickedly brilliant. Which brings me to my subject about Ashley Hall and Julia Cruz. I think this is out of St. Louis. She got a call that, of course, there was a shoplifting call. And of course, you see Ashley Hall, who's Melanie's sister. And I guess they got into it, whatever. So allegedly, Julia Cruz was trying to pull out her taser. Sound like the not Philando Castile, but the Oscar Grant story. And she actually pulled out her gun and shot her and killed her. And of course, the families talk about forgiveness and all that, you know, but I'll tell you this. I don't forgive shit. And just in case if y'all didn't know, that I forgot his name, I think his last name was Nord, the black cop in the black cop in Minnesota who shot and killed that white lady. They just settled for $20 million. Now, all the settlements combined of black people, I don't think added up to $20 million. I think Eric Gardner was like 3.4 million or 4.5 million. I think Philando Castile, what was it, a couple million? I think Oscar Grant was a couple of million, but it didn't add up to no. But the one white lady, $20 million for her family. But you're gonna tell me that this system doesn't see color? Man, get the fuck out of here. All you black people, don't trust no system you don't control. You know, I see they're naming streets after the Wu-Tang Clan and we jumping for joy. That's symbolism. That does not do nothing for our people. And Wu-Tang Clan is not a threat. So that's why they'll name it after people like y'all and other niggas. Because they just want us to dance. They don't want us to take back what's rightfully ours, which like Pages and like, damn, that's cold what he said. And he basically says like, yeah, you go to this system for justice, nigga, ain't no justice. Just us. They not gonna do shit for you. I was watching the Sandra Bland documentary, you know, clearly on tape, that motherfucker slapped the shit out of her and talking crazy to her because he got mad. He did not de-escalate the situation. He's supposed to be a police officer, protect and serve. No, they police policies. As Brother Tariq Nasheed calls them, race soldiers. I call them representatives of white supremacy. That's what they are. They're reps of white supremacy. Why wouldn't they be? On this documentary, Sandra Bland, check it out on HBO. There was a white Caucasian lady, and she basically said it. I know for a fact if Sandra Bland was white, they would not have done that to her. They would never get done to me. Period. And what we have to understand is we got to move as a unit and we got to be a team and stop celebrating nigga trinkets and just nigga symbolisms. You know, oh, I'm happy for Wu-Tang. They got a street named after them. But Wu-Tang, let's see what money your power has when you try to go out there and do things for the community and establish a system of justice. So you're trying to, so when the Wu-Tang Clan members go out and try to replace the system of white supremacy and establish a system of justice, let's see how many streets they get named in. And there's no diss to Wu-Tang. I gotta love Wu-Tang. I'm just saying, like, that's what we be thinking. Like right now. You know what I mean? We more concentrated on the NBA and who gonna win and if Damian Lillard gonna hit another game-winning shot and tell Russell Westbrook bye and all this other shit. That don't mean shit. When all you niggas, include me, gotta get up and go deal with that system every fucking day just to pay your fucking 9-to-5 bills that you have. So you don't be living in a cardboard box. Or for all the people that live in Las Vegas, Nevada, so you're not living on Las Vegas Boulevard in Owens. That's a fact. We got to know what it is. And we got to understand. Like the Bible says, in all that getting, get an understanding. Now, me personally, I don't take everything out of the great book literally, but I'll tell you this. There's a lot of encoded messages in that Bible that was written by King James or translated by him and probably written by Shakespeare and all them other peoples because the Bible was translated. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't totally trust that Bible because that came from a system that was being distorted. You understand what I'm saying? Just like I'm reading, like I've read that book about numerology, and I got another book that I'm reading. And it's by Lloyd Strahan or Strayhorn. Very good book. And I like this book too. It's by King Simon. Numbers are simple. Very, very good book. Very, very good book. Break it down. And he lists some great books to read. And it just breaks down the charts where you got the Pythagorean chart, you got the Chaldean chart. And the Chaldean chart is older, but the Pythagorean chart is more older. It's more accurate, you know, so they say. But here's the thing that we don't discuss that I like about Stolen Legacy. That's a great book. How Pythagoras and Plato and Aristotle and Socrates, they was thieves. And Alexander the Greek, he was known for killing black people and taking over their knowledge and then giving it to Greek people and then letting them teach it to the world like they're responsible. That's why they call Pythagoras this mathematician when really he was studying in Egypt, which is in Africa. So if you study in Egypt, which is in Africa, you didn't make up the shit. You got it from us. But they frame the picture like they're the authors of the narrative and the story. And come on, man. That's why I think about it. Geometry. How do you think they came up with geometry? Because of the goddamn pyramids. They didn't come up with it. Ain't no pyramids in Greece. And trust me, you know they hate that shit. See, you know, when you look at instances like Julia Cruz, well, for one, you was racist. And for two, when they called you, you already had a preconceived notion you was going to fuck up some nigga just like Sandra Bland. That shit was on tape. And then somebody on video, and somebody else was videoing with their phone. The police officer was like, get out of here. You can't video us and all this other shit. And she was like, yeah, get it on video. Now, where's this person at? That person should be interviewed because they had a first encounter of what's going on. We don't need symbolism from any other race. We need people that's going to stand and help us replace the system of white supremacy with a system of justice. That's what we need. So if you one of those people and you want to do that, then holla at us. But if you one of these people that see it going on, you just ignore it, you worse than the racist people. And there's a lot of those people around here. That's why I don't need nobody coming around me, smiling at me, and then when it comes to that racist shit, you just walk away and act like the shit ain't existing. Like I said, Mohammed Noor. Mohammed Noor, that was his name, out of Minnesota, and he proclaimed he was afraid for his partner's life, so he just shot the bitch. He probably was just scared and just shot her because she started running up to him. That family got $20 million. $20 million, though. $20 million. And we haven't even seen that murder of Mohammed Noor when he shot the white woman. We saw Eric Gardner as that Italian white motherfucker, Caucasian, used deadly force to kill Eric Gardner. A chokehold that was banned from the police department and law enforcement. And what they get? What did Eric Gardner's family get? $5 million? What the fuck is that? We not even talking about it no more. That's the shit that bothers me. Stop going for the symbolisms. Don't trust these systems. Don't go on these fucking corporate. Look, when you go on a corporate plantation, I tell everybody this. Get this book. This is your guide. And you like, oh man, why is Warren always talking about this book? And the reason why I'm always talking about this book about Neely Fuller Jr. because he breaks down the 9 areas of activity that the system of white supremacy dominates. And one is labor. And since we're labor and we at work, which is labor, they dominate that. And I want to read you something. It's something here, I'm not even gonna read it, but it's so cold what he says. And he basically says as long look, basically this book says this, and I got it highlighted. It's cold. I got it highlighted. Look, because we be thinking that other people could get people fired. Other non-white people could get white people fired. Do not accuse any non-white person of being the cause of another white person getting in trouble or getting fired with regard to any employment situation that is directly or indirectly dominated by the white supremacist racists. Explanation: as long as white supremacists exist, it is the white supremacists who are the cause of or who are responsible for all problems and involve any non-white person in any area of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, war, counter-war. Basically, translation: you melanated people ain't gonna get no white person really fired. They'll just go work somewhere else because it's their system and they govern that system. Facts. It says it right here in this book, and I know it's true. And y'all do too. Whoever works within this system, they just say nigga, nigga, nigga. They can bring a noose to work, to the corporate plantation. They can make nigga jokes. They can do all this shit. You can write it down. You can submit it to your HR people or whoever you want to talk to and escalate it up. All they gonna do, sweep the shit under the rug. They might move that person or they might even move you and start fucking with you. But ain't shit gonna happen. And that's a fact. And we gotta understand the rules of engagement. Know what the rules are. Read, if you have policies and procedures at your corporate plantation, you better read them motherfuckers and know exactly what you're getting yourself involved in. And don't just go in there and think that, oh, you got some type, you don't have no power. It's not your system. So don't trust it. It's not yours. Only thing you should trust is what's going on in your home. Because that's what you govern and that's what you trust. Don't trust nothing outside of that. So when people are like, man, they took Alex Jones' page, then they took Farrakhan's page. Oh, you better stop talking that. Nigga, that take anybody's page that has the will of the people. Who has the attention of the people. See, what has happened is they didn't think that the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan would have the will of the millennials. But guess what? His word and message is so powerful. Who was taught, who taught him, which is Malcolm X, and who taught both of them was the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the message was so strong, it's resonating to this day. That's why millennials now it's important to be woke. You can't just walk around and be like, oh, they weirdos. They into that fight the power shit. They weirdos. No, now if you on some shit like that, you be like, oh, this nigga shooting at Ashley Hall and acting as if, oh, I was trying to go for my taser. Man, please. That shit happened with Oscar Grant, and that was on video. And all Oscar Grant's killer got was a year. Oh, but I forgot. That wonderful president of y'all's, Barack Obama. Remember Barack Obama? Yes, we can. And it's time for us to move forward and understand that Martin Luther King did have a dream that we'd all be together. And while he was telling you that clown shit, he was signing a Blue Lives Matter fucking policy and law, which would protect them even more so they can kill niggas with impunity. Instead of us marching, wanting, repeating, let's change these laws. Let's put this money together, use Powernomics, use Black Labor White Wealth, and get the right people in charge. But you know what it is? When black people get in charge, niggas get to stealing and shit. And thinking that they like the Caucasians, like that mayor in Baltimore. Bitch, you should have known they was gonna do you like that. You better ask Kwame Kirkpatrick out of Detroit. Any melanated person that's in a position of power, they're gonna watch you 10 times more than anybody else. Especially when it comes to handling money. Y'all already know that. I understand my people sometimes. It's like, come on, my nigga. Y'all know what it is. And then you black motherfuckers that's in positions of power, stop getting in there and looking down on niggas. And niggas, stop thinking because a black person's in a position of power that they only supposed to do for you. No, they're supposed to do for all the black people. Not just for you. And it can't just be no, oh, I need some money or something. Man, it's got to be something that'll move the progress of our people. That's a fact. We don't think of our people. We are individualistic first and then everybody else second. And that's how every other race is when it comes to protecting our race. They're not going to protect black people. That's why I always mention all these other businesses. Watch Dirty Dining and see how many times you see any black businesses on Dirty Dining. But I see Latino and Chinaman businesses on Dirty Dining every fucking week. And you can get mad all you want, but it's a fact. Or watch Dirty Dining your motherfucking self. See, I think a lot of the times we get so caught up in the symbolisms and we forget about the Ashley Halls and what it represents. So you're going to call because you think she's shoplifting, and then when the police come, y'all get into it. First of all, you didn't come there to de-escalate the situation. You came there with the mind to hurt a nigga. Just like that cop that pulled over Sandra Bland. He pulled her over. He was watching her for a while, and he racially profiled her, and he pulled her over with intent in killing her. That's a fact. And even if not in killing her, with the intent of putting his hands on her and making her feel, I'm white and I say so. I'm white and bitch, you better listen to me. See this Jim Crow shit, the Willie Lynch shit? The Willie Lynch letter doesn't have to be really real where there was really a Willie that his last name was Lynch who wrote this letter. No, just that they put it out there psychologically is real. And the reason why psychologically is real is because look at how people are reacting. We talk about a movement for a minute and then it goes away. And guess what? They redo it again. Oscar Grant was on video. Oh, I thought I was going for my taser. And then you shot him. But the whole time you calling nigga, and shut the fuck up, nigger, and woo, nigger. That's what you saying the whole fucking time. But you accidentally went for you accidentally went for the taser, but it's your gun. You shot him, man. Get the fuck out of here. And that parent, what they get? A couple $1 million? But when a black officer, no matter if he's African or Ethiopian, he's considered black now. Now the rules apply to you the same way. Oh, now you're a nigga. And that now you're fired, you're going to prison, and we're going to give the family, the white family, $20 million. That's staying on code. That's the system of white supremacy in rare form. And that just goes right over our heads like we don't even see this shit. You know why? Because we still talking about if the Lakers going to make the playoffs next year. And it's no diss. I know it's entertainment, but man, we got to focus on shit that matter. Man, fuck them goddamn Lakers. They not putting no money in my pocket, and they definitely ain't doing nothing to replace the system of white supremacy and establish the system of fucking justice. And most athletes, they can't even speak on shit like this. Barely they can speak on it. And when they do, it's broad and ambiguous, and they always talking this minority shit and people of color. Stop using those terms, because now you grouping in Latinos and Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and all this other, and there's no diss. So Puerto Ricans and Dominicans, I don't trip off that. But right now, this is about native foundational black people, people that were aboriginal black people, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad will call it, according to the Fall of America. We're aboriginal. We're native to this land. This is our land. We need to request the inheritance that is due to us. Fuck reparations at this point. Because guess what? They going to keep talking about reparations, keep talking about it. And then when Donald Trump wins, then they going to go back to the drawing board and make a promise that they're not going to do it. And then after they don't do it, let me see what they going to, after they don't come up with some type of number, then they'll be like, oh, we're going to do another study. Is that what they said? Oh, I'm game for studying reparations. Studying? Man, what the fuck you mean study? We built the country. Y'all know that. How many times I gotta tell y'all this? And I'll keep saying it. The system of white supremacy is so cold, they got everybody thinking that niggas is lazy and convinced you to work 10 times harder than the average Caucasian when you built the fucking country. That's how good the system is. And then the system is even further excellent at this fact. After you've worked your ass off, and then they give you the nigga trinket, then you'll turn around and give the pound cake speech like Bill Cosby and look down and tell niggas to pull themselves up by their bootstraps. That's what you'll do. The system of white supremacy equals Magic Johnson walking away because Jeannie Buss and that Caucasian motherfucker that he hired, which was Kobe Bryant's agent, was talking shit about him the whole time, and they didn't have the gall to tell him to his face. That's cowardly. And that's exactly how they conduct themselves on that corporate plantation. And Magic Johnson wasn't used to that since he won them 5 championship rings. I'm going to keep talking about that. And that's why he said, I'll just walk away and I want to save my relationship. He's better than me. Fuck that relationship. You never had one with that bitch. She always looked at you as a slave, nigga. And that's a fact. And that's how they look at all y'all, unless it's a confident Caucasian. And a confident Caucasian gonna want you to have what they have. They're not gonna want you to have less than them. They gonna want you to live good just like them. That's a fact. Or live even better because they know what you deserve. That's confident Caucasians, confident Latinos, confident Chinamen. But there's more non-confident, insecure, low self-esteem having Caucasian in this world than anything else. And that's why the system of white supremacy is the strongest religion on this planet. It is going to remain that way, and it's not going to change by us jumping around because they named the street after Wu-Tang. Come on, man. Man, fuck all that. And they naming the street after Nipsey Hussle. What does that do? What does that do for the Marathon store? What does that do for his generational wealth? For his children? See, that's what we don't understand. Caucasians have generational wealth. They're coming into $250,000 surplus. House, stocks, bonds, money market accounts that are being passed down to them. While us, we're inheriting nothing. All we're inheriting is diabetes, cancer, lung disease, all this other bullshit that they done concocted from the CDC. All the shit that they give us from the food. That's why if you read The Fall of America by the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, he also talks about, it's so crazy, he also talks about, this master that you guys all love and serve, look at the food that they give you and all the chemicals they put in the food. How could you trust them when they don't even give you the right food to eat? They give you the fuckery food while they in the back eating the real shit. Facts. That's why the stock market was always revered, but we were always told, oh, don't stay away from that. That's white people shit. To this day, when you talk to a nigga about stock, they like, stock, man, that's for white people. That's gambling. So a nigga will tell me that's gambling. I want y'all to hear this. A nigga will tell me that's gambling. If you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, go to the Suncoast Sportsbook. Go to the Red Rock Sportsbook. Go to the Aliante Sportsbook. Go to the fucking Santa Fe Sportsbook. I ain't seen nothing but niggas and Caucasians there. Sitting up there writing down them clown ass numbers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a zombie at the sports book. I'll take the look. Niggas was not good at algebra. Niggas wasn't good at geometry or trigonometry. But niggas know the under and over and I took the money line and I took the over on such and such. Niggas know that shit though. Control that. White people control the sports book too, clowns. Y'all sending all those kids to school. How you think they going to school? Those people that own those casinos, they not black. But this is what we get told. This is what's shown and socialized to us, man. That's why it irritates me to fucking death. When Sandra Bland got roughed up and slapped up, that police officer committed so many fucking crimes. We didn't even focus on that. We focused on, did she kill herself? No, she didn't kill. Why would you kill yourself with a goddamn trash bag? Oh, she was just so high. Yeah, because weed makes you so high you want to kill yourself. If that's the case, it'd be no niggas on this planet. If weed make you that high, want to kill yourself. That's a motherfucking lie. But this is what they do. They demonize you and vilify you in the court of public opinion because that's what counts. Because as long as the people don't uprise as a nation and they can keep the commoner in place, you know, walking in the assembly line, then you all good. That's why when something happens to you on the corporate plantation, nobody will stand up for you because they're afraid of losing their job. Especially black people. Because they too busy paying car notes on Cadillac Escalades and Range Rovers and all this other clown shit. And I don't know this. Go buy it. I want you to go buy it. But I'll tell you this, I've been in some of the nicest homes in the nicest neighborhoods, and the majority of these Caucasians, they got minivans. They don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what they doing? They're practicing voodoo and voodoo. That's what they're doing. They're practicing numerology. That's what they're doing. That's what they're practicing. Our secret science is what they're practicing while you motherfuckers is talking about fucking Jesus said it. And, hey, man, I'm just trying to look fly, man. And, hey, man, I'm about to go to the sports book and put some numbers in. And then I'm about that shit. But then when you be like, hey, man, you know Caesar's Palace stock is now it's falling. Now's the time to buy. Ah, man, I don't fuck with that, man. That's white people shit. That's what we say. But I'm fucking crazy. I'm not saying go and invest all your money, but what the fuck? If you read Black Labor, White Wealth, and Powernomics, Dr. Claude Anderson strictly lays out what they're doing with their wealth. If you read Think Like a Millionaire by Dr. Boyce Watkins, read The Wealth Choice by Dennis Kimbro, read these books. This is what they're doing. They're putting their money in stocks and bonds and money market accounts and transferring it that way and putting their money in traditional IRAs. You know what a traditional IRA is? It's an individual retirement account. That's what it is. That's what an IRA is, an IRA. An individual retirement account. And if you get a traditional IRA, guess what? You can deduct that on your taxes. What do you think everybody's doing? That's why a lot of you niggas didn't get no income tax back, huh? Niggas just start, okay, shit, I worked my ass off. You know, I claimed zero, okay. And then when they was like, sorry, nigger, you're only getting $50 back from income tax. Now you like, fuck this. We got to get Donald Trump up out of there. Do you see any white people complaining about their income taxes? And if they are, they're lying to you. Because the majority of them that have a little bit of wealth, it's invested in the stock and bonds. While you sitting up here gambling at the sports book, they're doing what needs to be done. But we don't understand that. And then when we talk about it, we looked at it as crazy. I don't give a fuck what you think. You can think I'm crazy. Oh, well, nigga, you ain't got no money. Hell no. I want you to keep thinking that. I keep thinking that. If all you people that work at the corporate plantation and you don't take full advantage of the 401k plan that they provide for you, you are a goddamn fool. And if your company just happens to have some type of stock plan or anything like that and you're not taking advantage of it, you are a goddamn fool. And that's all I got to say. See, what needs to happen is this. We need to do a reorganization of our mind. That's what I think. And we need to detox ourselves from nigga trinkets and, I gotta have this. And we need to detox ourselves from inter-competition. Intermingling of the competition. Like when we see each other, we have this natural instinct to want to be in competition with a nigga. But when we see a Caucasian or a Chinaman, we bend the knee. We acquiesce. We don't treat them the same. That's why you can go to Chinatown and see a whole bunch of niggas over there eating shrimp fried rice and compound chicken, But then when you go to Annie's Kitchen, best barbecue in town, had a A+ for 10 years in a row, you don't see no Chinamen in there. Go to the swap meet, you see a whole bunch of niggas buying pro clubs from Chinamen and Korean men. But if you go to Sight and Sound on the west side, I don't never see no Chinamen over there purchasing, because they will never. That's a code of conduct, like Dr. Claude Anderson teaches us in Powernomics. They don't fuck with niggas when it comes to trade and merchants and all this. No. But we think we know because we rest our heads on Jay-Z and Puff Daddy and Oprah. And just in case you don't notice, you see what Oprah did. The bitch is broke and losing money. It may appear that she has money, but it always does appear that she has money. She lost a whole bunch of money in Weight Watchers. She doesn't even own the OWN channel anymore. They took that from her. Discovery owns that. Because the dumb bitch, that's what you get. Niggas get tired of watching all Tyler Perry's clown-ass sitcoms. Like Queen Sugar and all this other clown shit. So it's like, man, we don't understand. You know why? Because we will allow these things to keep happening. So let me guess, with the Ashley Hall thing, RIP to her, I know what's probably gonna happen. We gonna march, whine, repeat, then we gonna go on and motherfuckers ain't gonna talk about it no more. That's a fact. Just like motherfuckers don't talk about Eric Gardner, just like motherfuckers don't talk about Michael Brown, like they don't talk about Alton Sterling or Philando Castile. How many times I tell you this? I work at the Court Plantation. Ain't nobody brung up Philando Castile like, damn, that still messed up what happened. I can't believe I saw that. It's like it doesn't even exist. And I don't expect it to. You know why? Because they could never understand what we go through. And they don't care about black people's sad story. So we got to team up and be a team. So things like what happened to Ashley Hall don't happen. So when police think that they could just, oh, I got a call, well, I'm getting ready to gun a nigga down. Now they got to deal with 100,000 niggas. And when I mean 100,000 niggas, you're like, oh, that's not a big deal. No, 100,000 niggas putting their addresses on social media, and 100,000 niggas threatening their fucking family. You kill one of us, we kill one of y'all. Then it would be different. And even if you don't kill him, if you just threaten, that's why when you start putting people's addresses up, now motherfuckers be like, hey, what you doing? Now they want to put security around people's houses, but it's like you weren't thinking that when you just shot and killed somebody. When you're in a position of power like that, you're supposed to de-escalate situations and let them act the fool to the point of no return, where you can put restraints on them and tase them. Do police just shoot people first and tase them second? Not all the time. I'm not saying that, but what I'm saying, it is more known to us now, and it's more prevalent that y'all pretending like y'all going for y'all taser, and y'all just straight shoot a nigga with a gun and acting like you going for the taser. Man, I just trip off a lot of these things, man. It irritates me. A lot of times I get irritated with my people. I'll be like, damn, we always see each other as competition and not as allies. You ain't got no friends anyway, clown. Like I said before, there are confident Caucasians that are out there. There are confident Caucasians. Let me tell you my definition of a confident Caucasian. A confident Caucasian is a motherfucker that will talk to you and have a real conversation about race, and they will understand exactly what your frustrations are, and they won't play stupid and use white fragility and act like they don't know what's going on. They'll take it on the chin like a real confident person does. Like they expect us to take it when black people fuck up. It's so funny, when a black person fuck up, they want us to eat that shit like it's all our fault. Like Eric Holder when he shot Nipsey Hussle. Then here comes the, oh, well, black people kill each other, black on black crime. But then when you bring up, see, when a motherfucker get to talking that black on black crime to me, let me tell y'all what I do to them. This is what I do to them. See, I bring books now. Fuck all this bullshit. Books. Why you show me? What's the book about the burglary? That's about your lovely director of the FBI. Not only using his power and using his will to destroy black people and dominate us, but to destroy our mental capacity and break us up so we don't unite. And J. Edgar Hoover was Caucasian. And he was in probably the most powerful seat in the United States at one time, being the director of the FBI. And you mean to tell me, no. This is what the FBI does. They get in, they flip niggas against each other, they make them, they co-opt them, and then they have them turn on black people and destroy whatever group or organization that they have. That's what happened to the Black Panther Party, and not even that. That's how they killed Fred Hampton. Excuse me. That's how they killed him. That's how they had a blueprint of his apartment. I got a book about to me. They are out there. They'll straight out tell you, well, white people ain't responsible for shit. It's got all from black people. And the first thing they gonna say, I've had Caucasians tell me this. How can white people be responsible for mad and all this other shit when the pyramids are in Africa? I've had white people tell me this. And I'm like, why you say that? Well, the pyramids are in Africa, and that's all I need to say. That shit has not been duplicated nowhere else. And it's like perfectly aligned with the goddamn stars and shit. And then there's been confident Caucasians that's like, I don't believe in aliens. Black people did that. I had one Caucasian tell me one time, this was a long time ago, man, get the fuck out of here. He was like, it's some racist shit. And this Caucasian was like, that's why they invented sunscreen. We can't, first of all, how the fuck is white people gonna build pyramids? We can't even survive in Africa. It's too fucking hot out there. That's why they're gonna the inventions that black people was doing, because they were very well versed on history. So when you deal with a lot of racist Caucasians, as Nearly Full of Junior teaches, suspected white supremacists, they don't know history and they're very ignorant. So it's not your job to argue with them and try to persuade their belief system. Let them believe what they want to believe. You just know what you know. Know thy enemy and know thyself, and know what you are and know where you come from. And don't get caught up in trying to change someone's belief system. That ain't your job. Changing somebody's belief system, the only job that should be is changing your kids' belief system that are melanated. Not no system of white supremacists. No. They believe that black people are inferior. Francis Scott Key, that's why he wrote the Star Spangled Banner. They just took that verse out. That's why I don't even argue with people about the Star Spangled Banner. Why? They don't even know who Francis Scott Keys is. If I made a song about kill Jews, kill kites, and all this other shit, they would never play that shit. When Michael Jackson said, kill me, kike me, they bleeped that out. They made him take that shit out of the song. Facts. But here we are trusting a system that is never meant for us to succeed in. When you bring up Mark Zuckerberg, and when you bring up Jeff Bezos, and when you bring up all these people, keep it in context. Don't bring up these people and think that, oh, you can be just like them. No, not really, sir. You can, be all you can never be in this system? Man, please. Come on, man. I don't care if you go join the army, go join the clown-ass military, go do all that. And fight for this country and keep our country safe. Man, get the fuck out of here. That's what y'all think. Keep this country safe. Right. It just like they allowed everybody to think that Muammar Gaddafi was some killer and crazy and all this other shit. But y'all didn't know that the money he was making on exporting oil, he was giving every citizen of Libya a check. Matter of fact, I talked to some people that were from Libya. And they were telling me some interesting things about Gaddafi. And it wasn't bad things either. At all. Matter of fact, the lady was like, I want to go back to Libya. I don't even want to be here. And I asked her, this is a true story. When I worked for the city of Las Vegas, this is a true story. This lady was like, she was a very nice lady and very attractive. And her husband, I think he was from Libya. I don't know if he was from Libya or Lebanon, but he was basically, he was quiet and reserved, but he was very respectful to me. Very respectful. And I was like, damn, at first I was like, damn, this is weird. And she was just like, what I don't like about the United States. And I was like, what? She was like, how they treat black people. She was like, I hate that. She's like, I hate it. And I was like, why? She was like, I even asked her, I said, why? I was like, most people from, I would thought from Libya or Egypt, or, like, they don't give a fuck. She was like, no, it's actually the opposite. She was like, it's actually the opposite. And then she started breaking it down. She was like, do you see black people getting beheaded on TV? She was like, do you hear about that? No. It's the majority to Caucasian people. And she was like, in my country, in Libya, they don't play that shit. White people got no power out there. She was like, that's why. And this is when Joe Biden and them was trying to orchestrate the assassination of Muammar Gaddafi. And then she even brung up how Muammar Gaddafi wanted to give the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, like $1 billion. And she was like, how they was fucking with the Nation of Islam. And she was like, they don't like the Nation of Islam because they don't take, she said, crap. She was like, they don't take crap from white people. And she was like, and that's why Muammar Gaddafi loves Minister Farrakhan. And I was like, yeah, you know all that? She was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, I know all that. And she was like, that's why I try to teach my child, because he's around a lot of white kids. And I teach my cat, I saw it from my own eyes. She was forcing her kid to go play with the black. No, go play with the black kids. Fuck them. I was like, damn, that's cool. She was like, no. In my country, no. But what did they tell us about Muammar Gaddafi? He was raping women and all this other shit. But I heard it from a Libyan. She was like, no, we get a check. I think she was telling me she still got a check from being a citizen of Libya, from the export of oil. Now that is what I talk about when you care about your country, care about your people. That's why I got love for Muammar Gaddafi. I got a 20-point book. It's like a green book of Muammar Gaddafi. I ain't read it yet, but I'm going to read it about his 20-point plan for his people in his country. Facts. But here we are jumping around because Wu-Tang Clan got a streak. Did y'all see? Go back and watch. I want everybody that's watching this channel, when you get a chance, go back and watch Nipsey Hussle's family. Look at the facial expression when they named the street after Nipsey Hussle. They did not look happy. They looked very unhappy, and they almost looked like, we don't give a fuck about that. Now, I'm not speaking for the family, but I just go off energy in the look in the room. And it looked forced, and it looked like, fuck it, we just got to do it. But they really want the marathon out of there. Them police didn't give a fuck about Nipsey Hussle or what he was trying to do for black people. No, they would rather him just be Marius Ashkadom and act like he don't even fraternize with niggas. They probably hated the fact that he cared so much about our people that he was willing to buy a store in the hood and give back to our people. They hated that, and they'll forever hate that. Ashley Hall, gone. Because of the system of white supremacy. Because what did that lady think? Julia Cruz thought, fuck this nigga. Just like that officer that stopped Sandra Bland. The nigga slapped the shit out of her in that car. And it was on camera. That's assault. How you gonna reach into somebody's car and slap their ass? Man, get the fuck out of here. I done been around Caucasians when a police officer pull us over, and that Caucasian talk all kinds of shit to the police officer. He don't say shit. It's a fact. And that shit still goes on to this day. I don't want to hear that shit. It is not our job to explain to Caucasians the system that they're responsible for. And you Caucasians that are confident, start educating them people that act dumb and be like, y'all need to stop acting dumb. Y'all see this shit is racist. Stop acting like that. That's what we need to do. That should be our mission. And all you niggas that's working on these corporate plantations and you got your little clown ass cubicle and you a manager of some clown ass operation, stop acting like you better than the nigga. You just like him. I don't give a fuck if he pick up the trash, if he work in the mailroom, or if he clean the windows. You're not better than him, nigga. I don't care how much money you make. And motherfuckers say, oh, well, you saying that one because you don't make no money. Look, I'm saying that because it's not your system. And at any time, you're fired. And then what you gonna do? See, we were so busy looking at Monique because she was calling out the fuckery on Oprah. And we looking like, damn, why you doing Oprah? Why you throwing him under the bus? Now look at Oprah, how she threw Michael Jackson under the bus because she's dog whistling to Whitey. But when it comes to Harvey Weinstein, why has nobody did a surviving Harvey Weinstein? We did an R. Kelly, and I'm going to keep listening to R. Kelly. Man, fuck y'all. Man, I don't give a fuck about that shit. You don't see Aaliyah's family still talking about R. Kelly over and over and over and over again. Nah, man, fuck all that. That's the problem. We get around Caucasians and they forward move the bullshit. And they get in between us and have us arguing and going to one nigga and saying one thing and going to another nigga and saying one thing. I'm tired of that shit. We got to think smart and not be a retard and know what this system is and stop trusting in the system and trust in your people and yourself. That's a fact. One day you will know what it is. And one day you will have a different understanding of how this system goes. That's why I got these. Well, I got these, but these books ain't props. I go back, reference them. If I go through something on the corporate plantation, what book you think I go to? I go to this book right here, and I go to the labor chapter and read different things. Because in corporate America, on the corporate plantation, ain't nothing but a whole bunch of non-confident Caucasians who are email bullies. That's all they do. is bully you over an email, over the internet all day because they not gully enough to tell you how they really feel, because you know what? They hide behind this corporate plantation law and decree. But this is what I think is so funny. A lot of Caucasians, they act like they're not going to see these black people in the street that they do wrong to. That's a fact. And it's going to happen. When the economy falls, and it will fall again. All these houses that y'all see me build in Las Vegas, please, y'all going to see them empty. Don't go be a clown and go buy a house and be thinking you better. Wait till it falls and drops to the ground. But remember this, when the dollar results back to zero, you're going to see Caucasians jumping out the buildings. That's a fact. Hey, man, it's been fun. It's been real. I'm glad that the internet wasn't fucked up and tripping today, man. I appreciate everybody that's listening. Hit the bell, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. If you like it, if you don't, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Hey, let's talk. I'm here to talk about it. I'm not here. Hey, let's debate. I want to see your perspective. You got any books you want me to read? I'll listen to them. I mean, I'll go research them and go read them. But nigga, I work at the corporate plantation too. So shit, I can't just sit around and read all day. I wish I could, but I can't. I start to take my book, to the corporate plantation with me too sometimes, because this Lloyd Strahan book is pretty good. It's about numerology too. This is my third book that I have done read. That book, that shit is complicated. It ain't as easy as people think. Oh, and another thing, I just wanted to touch on that. When us niggas, when we get to quoting, oh, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a this and I'm a that. If you don't know this numerology shit, then that shit kind of goes out the window, because you got to know this part of it too. And then you got to know the fucking the astrology signs, and then you got to know the charts and the moons and all this other shit. But it's giving me a better perspective on our science. And our science is tough because we invented it. That's why it's so tough. That's why Pythagoras and Plato and Socrates and all them was going over there and doing it. And just a point, I'm gonna keep saying it over and over again. And it even says it in Lloyd Strayhorn's book. It was outlawed. It says it in Stolen Legacy. It was outlawed to practice the liberal arts in Greece. So how could they been the person that invented this math and this science and astrology and astronomy? How could they have invented these sciences if it was outlawed in Greece? They didn't even want them practicing that shit. Facts. Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, all of them, they frauds to me. Yeah, they were knowledge, but they were thieves. They stole the knowledge, and then they returned it to the world. And then after return to the world, it was like, oh, the great Aristotle. Nah, the great thief. And Alexander the Greek, fuck him. All he did was kill us and steal our knowledge and then give it to all his white friends. Oh, kind of like what they do today. My bad. But anyway, hey, man, I appreciate everybody that's been listening, subscribing. I appreciate it. Hey, I want, like I keep saying over and over again, I want this shit to naturally grow. I want people to listen to this when they at the corporate plantation. Don't listen to it now. You ain't got to. Save it. Listen to it. Put one earphone in and listen to it when you at your corporate plantation. Don't listen to it when you at home. Listen to it when you either driving to work or when you at the corporate plantation. I suggest that for all my people. And when you're listening to it, it's gonna fuck you up. Because I'm pretty sure there's a Sally Sue there that's like, golly gee, Tyrone, what's wrong with you today? You're not laughing and joking like usual. Translation, what's wrong, nigger? Usually you make us feel comfortable. You're not making us feel comfortable. What's the problem? Because they want you to buck dance and dance. They want you to be Andre 3000 and Stankonia and bombs over Baghdad. That's what they want you to do. As long as you're dancing and prancing, they feel comfortable. But when you are silent and not emotional, they don't know what's going on. It took me a long time to get that way, but I'm here and I love every minute of it. Man, I hope what I've said has been something that will rest haven on your membrane and make you think twice. And like I said again, man, please send this to anybody you know don't send it to no coons. Send it to people that's really walking a different path and understand how this system works. Don't send it to no motherfucker that's just on some coon shit. Fuck all that. And listen to it while you at work. Listen to it while you at the corporate plantation. That's when it matters most to me. For real. And then, hey, man, leave your comments like, damn, I listen to this. I want everybody, you ain't got to tell me where you work at. Just tell me, man, at my corporate plantation, they be doing this. And woo, woo, woo. I would love to hear those stories because I got plenty of them. And I'm going to start talking about them throughout these podcasts that I do. Because I'm human and I see a lot of fuckery shit. And I've seen and witnessed a lot of fuckery shit in different corporate plantation settings. Hey, man, instead of you going and getting mental health or go talk to somebody. Go talk to a professional. Okay, you go do that. Or you can go talk to your fellow brother or sister because they have a commonality. They're fighting the system of white supremacy just like you. I don't give a fuck if they do got money. That money was given to them by the system of white supremacy. Facts. Whether they're an entrepreneur or not. We got to understand what it is and know where we're going. Hey, man, this is the Know I Don't Know podcast. I appreciate everybody listening. Again, listen to it while you at work. I appreciate you. Hey, man, remember this. We got to prevent the Ashley Halls. You know, RIP to Ashley Hall. And we got to start going after people like Julia Cruz. Those are the people. And this gun control shit is it's a farce. It's bullshit. They just don't want niggas buying guns. That's a fact. Hey, man, it's been fun. It's been real. I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in. And y'all know who y'all are. I'm not talking about people that just listen for a little bit and don't really care. No, I'm talking about people that really listen and understand what it is, man. I appreciate you. I got nothing but love and respect for everybody that's out there. Magnetize good things in your life and magnetize people that's on the same page as you. If they not, then get the fuck away from them because they can't do nothing but harm you and not help you. Guilty, niggas. I'm out. Peace.